Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm at my local nature reserve today and it's absolutely stunning conditions at the moment. It's really still and the sun's just beginning to break through the mist. So it's been a bit misty, it's had bags and bags of atmosphere, and one of the reasons I'm here is because it is so still. And I'm just outside one of the hides, one of the first hides, and the other side of this hide we've got a scrape. And I've had a look and I've got a few pictures already. The conditions are just mirror-like. So I've got lots of ducks at the moment, mainly teal, and I'm getting some fantastic reflections. So the conditions are perfect. And one of the things I wanted to sort of mention in this video is, you know, it's really important, I think, to spend as much time as you can in your local area. You know, we all like to go to, or I certainly do, and I'm sure everybody else does, we all like to go to sort of, you know, further afield locations. I love Bempton Cliffs, I love the Cairngorms in Scotland, you know, where you've got these fantastic wildlife. But the beauty of staying on your local patch is you really get to know it. And you get to know what wildlife is going to come in at what time of the year, you know, sort of these migratory species. You get to know what conditions will work for certain locations, what time of day, when is the light going to be best for that location. So coming to your local area as often as possible is a really good thing. And I love doing wildlife photography at my local reserves. Now this is my closest reserve. It's literally about, I don't know, 9 or 10 minutes away, and I love it here. There's 3 hides, there's scrapes, we've got the river and an estuary over there, so it's mainly sort of water birds, but you do get barn owls. It's great for barn owls. In the winter you get the odd short-eared owl come in, and again that's a migratory bird and they'll come in the winter mainly here, so I know that there's more chance in the winter to see short-eared owls. In the summer the barn owls will be feeding chicks, so they'll be out a little bit earlier in the day, so summer's a great time for barn owls here. And as I say, we're in early autumn now, and you start to get some of the wading birds migrating, and some of the ducks, and we've got good numbers of teal. And you know, they're not the most spectacular subject, but they're lovely little wading ducks. And as I say, it's the conditions at the moment that are working, because we've got these really still conditions. As it was a bit misty this morning, the sun's just beginning to break through, and the conditions are ideal for this sort of type of photography. And you can take a fairly ordinary looking duck, and with that perfect reflection, it really makes a good photograph. So as I say, by coming to your local area, you can come to whichever reserve has got the right conditions for that day. So in terms of times of year, in terms of lighting conditions, in terms of weather conditions, you get to know those areas in a way that you can't get to know sort of locations that are further away. I mean, I know Bempton Cliffs really well now because I run workshops up there, and I've been there year after year after year. And I'm beginning to know the Cairngorms. But if I go to visit, say, I don't know, a location in Wales for the first time, I'm not going to know that location, and I don't think I will see as much wildlife as I would, and once I know, you know, what sort of animals are where. So yes, get to know your local area. Don't, you know, rule out your local patch, because it's normally got loads of wildlife in it, and that will be you know, one of my big sort of tips really for wildlife photographers. Really know your local area, get to know your local wildlife, and you'll get some stunning pictures. So I'll speak to you in a little while. I'm going to go in the hide again now and settle down for a couple of hours and see what develops. So I'll speak to you soon, guys. Hi guys, yeah, the conditions are superb. I've got, I'm on, let's have a look. I'm on an 800th of a second, f7.1, so I've stopped the lens down a little bit so I get a sharper picture. And I'm on, I think, ISO 400, because the light levels are starting to rise now because the sun's popping up. Earlier I was on ISO 800 because the light levels were a little bit lower. Yeah, and look, I don't know if you can see out the window, it's a bit hard to see actually. I'll spin the camera around in a minute, but the conditions are absolutely, completely and utterly still. I've got teal in front of me. There's lapwing over in the distance, but at the moment a little bit too far away to photograph, but you know, they may well come in. God, what a fantastic morning. The conditions are just literally perfect. As I say, that scrape out there is just like a mirror, and it's the reflections that are making the shot. So As I say, this reserve is 9 minutes down the road to me, and I've got some lovely pictures, and I've had to do no travelling at all, so it's fantastic. I'm using my 200 to 500 millimeter zoom lens. Maximum aperture is f5.6, but I've stopped it down to f7.1 to make the pictures a little bit sharper. And I've got enough light to do that. And I brought the zoom lens today because I'm going to be doing a lot of walking around, and I don't want to carry the big 600 plus all my sort of vlogging equipment as well. So yeah, I'm going to stay here for an hour or two and then walk up to the next hide, and then finish off on the third hide. I'll probably be here, well, certainly all morning, and maybe all day, I don't know, see how it goes. But anyway, I'm having a cracking morning, and I'll speak to you soon. I've just taken this picture of the teal, and as you can see, the conditions are just perfect. Mirror-like conditions. I know I keep saying it, you know, these still mirror conditions, but look, it makes a picture. Without the reflection, then that's going to be quite a dull shot, and I'm really pleased with that. I've also got a shot of the teal sort of flapping its wings, and I don't know if I can find that or not, but I'll have a quick look. I think it's around here somewhere. Yeah, and there's, because the shutter speed is a bit slower, we've got some lovely movement in the wings as well. The body is sharp, and the wings have got that movement because they're being flapped really quickly. So I'm really pleased with that shot as well. So good start to the day. Hi guys, I'm in the next hide down, so it's about a 10-minute walk from one to the other, so not too far. Now, again, having local knowledge is a really good thing, because I know from this hide there's a good chance of herons, little egrets, and the bigger sort of water birds. And I've got a heron out there at the moment. I've photographed it I've got quite a few pictures already, so I've got time to do this piece to camera. But by knowing your local area, you can predict things a little bit more. Now, you know, wildlife's wildlife, so I could turn up here and there could be absolutely nothing. But by, oh, hang on, some geese coming over. That's really nice. They're forming, you know, that like V shape you get. I can hear them in the background. Fantastic. I love it here. Oh, look, there's loads more coming over. Can you hear that? It's fantastic. I hope you can hear that. So what's it saying? Yeah. So by knowing your local area, you can predict, hopefully, where the wildlife's going to be. And I know that this, as I say, is a good area for herons and little egrets. And I've got some nice shots of the heron. He's fishing at the moment. And then over on the left-hand side, so over that way, there's a little egret. But it's stuck behind the reeds at the moment, so I can't get a clear shot. But it's moving up and down, so fingers crossed I might get some shots of the little egret as well. Now, the only thing is, I tend to prefer this hide in the afternoon when the sun's moved around a little bit. So the sun is not in a perfect position. It's not too bad, so it could be worse. But again, that's when knowing about you know, the reserve helps. But I'm here now, so I'm going to get some shots, and the heron's here now, so I'm still going to take the pictures. And the sun's popping in and out behind some cloud as well. So if the sun goes behind the cloud, I've got softer lighting, and that will give me a different type of lighting for the heron. So it's not a problem. So yeah, how good is this? What a fantastic morning I'm having. I've got some great shots in the bag. The conditions are beautiful. Yeah, I'll speak to you soon, guys. And look, there's more geese coming over. I'm going to have to get taking photographs again. think I may have spotted a great white egret in the distance. Now, they're not super rare, but there's not loads of them either, so I'm really hoping that it was a great white egret, and I can get some shots of it. It was right over behind the reeds, so I don't know if it's going to come round or not, but if I see it and I get some shots, obviously I'll put it on this video. So again, fabulous, what a morning. So yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Hi guys, I'm in the third hide. It's absolutely fantastic. I've got the great white egret. I've been watching it fish for about the last hour. It's been going up and down. I've got slow motion footage of the egret. I've got stills. It's been absolutely superb. The light's in a slightly different position in this hide, so I've got good light on the great white egret as well. What a morning! I can't believe it. Great shots this morning, but the great white egret is just the icing on the cake. So, you know, you just don't know what you're going to see when you come to your local reserves. One other thing I wanted to mention as well is you might see the same things on a number of occasions. So I'm going to see egrets, I'm going to see herons, I'm going to see the wading birds, but sometimes you see something in terms of their behaviour that you haven't seen before, so it adds a bit of interest. And when I was down at the first hide, there's a lot of crane flies, and they were flying across the water, and the teal were rushing forward, grabbing the crane flies and eating them, and I've not seen that before. So I'm hoping I've got a picture of a teal, and I think I've got it, reaching out and is to get a crane fly that's in the frame. So again, even though I've been here loads and loads and loads of times, this is my most local reserve, as I've already mentioned, I've seen something that I've not seen before, so you never know what you're going to get. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I've had an absolutely brilliant morning. I've so enjoyed being out here. And if you have enjoyed it and you haven't already considered subscribing to my channel, if you can consider subscribing, that would be great. If you have liked the video, if you can give it a thumbs up, a like, that would also be brilliant, because that really helps my channel. And then last but not least, if you've got any comments about wildlife photography, I'm always, it's always great to hear from you guys. Just drop them in the comments section below. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you on my next video. So bye for now, guys.